Today I'm doing the rovickie month or ROCKIE month, whatever. I'm doing day 3 phone, and I'll write the stories and I'll give you my vision of what I was trying to write. What if I said? I already wrote some of it, but I had to stop recording because of something. I had to go somewhere. Using RPG Maker 2000. Just for some context, the game opens up with this screen and the creepy voice narrating this doesn't make it any better. Yeah. The story follows Yamato, a high school student who, after falling asleep on a subway train, arrives at a completely unknown and seemingly non-existent with the disadvantage for the area. He discovers a mysterious castle where his adventure begins. Our mission throughout the game is to guide Donaka through the castle's various corners in an attempt to escape and return home. Donaka must constantly evade the sinister Mogekos while advancing, but also track more harmless ones along the way. The game maintains an atmosphere of violence and gore, with the bloodshed intensifying as players progress through the castle's doors. As the game advances, players will witness various endings, both positive and negative. The game delivers a pretty disturbing experience, featuring an effective soundtrack, moments of tension and suspense, plenty of space sequences, and a compelling narrative. There are a total of 10 possible endings, but here we will focus on the so-called party ending. After being imprisoned and later escaping the sun with the help of the ineffective Mogeko, Yamaka finds herself in a room filled with Prince Mogeto's faculties. There's a button that opens the cell containing Prince Mogeto's. If the player, despite multiple warnings in the cell, decides to press the button, Mogeko will be set free. In a graphic and highly descriptive sequence, the game depicts how the crazy Mogekos brutally devour both Yamaka and the affected Mogeko alive. This ending punishes the protagonist with one of the most grotesque deaths possible, emphasizing the consequences of the player's morbid curiosity. As the player that has been learned as human, Dude, you should instead of building a travesty. I'm stuck. I have no mouth and I must scream. Disappointment could be in I cannot cry. Based on a short story of the same name by a Harvard Alice. The game takes place in a post-apocalyptic future where an malevolent artificial intelligence named Anne has wiped out humanity. Only five of the week of the life. Five are kept in a nightmarish existence where Anne subjects them to a torture fueled by its intense hatred for the human. And using its near omnipotent abilities, manipulates reality to craft and forcing the characters into deeply personal psychological trials assigned to break their spirit. The gameplay revolves around solving puzzles and overcoming these psychological challenges, building characters' morality and mental resilience. The game offers seven possible endings depending on the player's choices trial. In this setting, the sheep and four of the five protagonists sacrifice themselves, leaving only one survivor who successfully destroys Am, having his brain of terror. However, failing to achieve this results in the team's most disturbing outcome. The worst ending, the fate of Odin, rages Am, leading it to exact its most horrific punishment. The last remaining protagonist is transformed into a grotesque, formless mass, a gelatinous being stripped of physical autonomy, speech, and humanity. Unable to do anything but think and feel endless pain, the character is left in a state of eternal torment, completely isolated and incapable of expressing agony. This fate mirrors the haunting title of the game, as the protagonist reflects, I have no mouth and I must scream. The feature of this ending lies in its psychological horror, the absolute loss of self-agency and hope. Even decades after its release, this fate continues to unsettle modern gamers. Its portrayal of eternal suffering and suspense, which appeals to most conscious about it, is considered. Hey, I was talking about the wrestling game. Super Fire Pro Wrestling Special basically played in the role of a fictional professional wrestler, aiming to rise through a series of challenging opponents, defeating them in one match to ultimately become the The game features a range of powerful wrestlers and infamous over the past. The storyline follows Morio Sumisu, sometimes referred to as Morio Sumisu, a returning wrestler trying to prove he is the strongest in the world. As he climbs the ranks, he gradually gains speed and regards himself as a superior. Guilt of the game's tragic narrative emerges when Morio receives news of his peers' death, plunging him into the deepest darkness. However, he finds solace in a romantic relationship with the sister of UYAYQAYYAYYAY, Hero Maeda, and also becomes a motivation to continue his career. As the story unfolds, the before his final championship match, Morio looking to sacrifice five brothers, his friend, and past partner. Blinded by rage, he challenges the killer for a match, but his love interest, Saedo, opposes this, fearing for his safety. When Morio refuses to abandon his quest for revenge, Saedo leads him permanently. Despite achieving ultimate victory and becoming the undisputed world champion, his triumph feels hollow with no one left to share it with, and crushed by loneliness, Morio ends his life with a one shot, including the game like that. Yeah. Due to its gradual transformation from a standard wrestling game into a deeply emotional tragedy with such a tragic ending, Wrestle has become a cult classic among wrestling games. Yeah. This story is about the yeah. School that was shut down the kids today because of personal rules and security. I know this game is a little bit more mainstream, but I just have every custom day at school called UYAYQAYYAYY Academy, and on the site where heavily this. On a school night, at least students are gathered at the academy, a former ritual called Hospital Ever After. which was supposed to calm down the front forever. However, as things frequently eventual, a sudden earthquake transports them to an old trapping them into the king first version of Captain. Building with that big leaders and to make matters worse, the group is separated across different areas of the school with 12 varying dimensions of time, forcing them to find a way to reunite in a state. It consists of 5 chapters, each with multiple endings. We can end with number 2 with chapter 5, particularly disturbing and standout, so that's why I chose about it. In this ending, the surviving beast gathers to form the ritual. Said wrong right. The spirit of Naomi, who trust, Toshi, and Shinbei suddenly appears, distracted by their cousins. What now? We're suddenly attacked by one of the idiots. After the attack, even Yuga couldn't wait for you. Despite the Toki's efforts to help her, the unit speaks fatal. Oh yeah, a little detail that I should have. Yuga thinks that's a romantic of her brother's quarterback. Yes, he is in love with her daughter. Oh, in the spirit. I know it's a weird thing. The frick? Her feelings for her older brother, heartbreaking over Donna. The remaining survivors successfully complete the ritual and really positive about it. The main victim and aware of the event to this spirit. However, he is overwhelmed with grief, often at a loss of his sister, and still contemplates the perspective. Players Satoshi retreats with Berkeley, holding the gift. As he reads the notes of past tales, strange noises begin to echo from the adjacent room, in this bedroom. The motive of dread was supposing to be people, only to be out staring back at him from the other side of the room. Both sentence Main traffic first mention able to find peace, apparently suffering. It is what it is. He is the love of his brother. I had to find out about this. Okay, so Lisa Saga consists of 3 interconnected RPG games. Lisa the First, Lisa the Painful, and Lisa the Void. Each spawned 7 stores with everything that graphic violence and scenes of both the guys details and spoilers. I highly recommend you guys to play the game after seeing the results. Really good. Yeah. Also, I'm counting the winning sessions like 50 sessions for the same franchise and all kinds of things. These are the first. So that game takes the difference of credit. With real later I was using the keeper. So sleeper. I'm not willing to blame the father Lord Armstrong. Patterson who suggests the daughter to constant harm. Keeper not escape the house, then retreats into a world, searching for something. Throughout the game, the player uncovers smaller pages of news with abstract representations of distorted environments, lunar figures resembling Marty, and symbolic items reflecting her cipher. The narrative takes the player through a discernment psychological illustrating Lisa's defining mental state as she struggles with her And I am finished for today.